warm up. Warm up. Hopping on the treadmill for a few minutes before your 30-minute session is considered a warm-up, but maybe not the best for you. All right, what does that mean? We need to activate and trigger global priming. That's how we see it at Gymnazo. That's how I see it as my personal practice. So working through that, the warm-up that I was put onto through the MDMC course, the Multidimensional Movement Coaching Program, as well as going through Gymnazo and teaching their virtual sessions or some of the virtual sessions, I had to really dial in the warm-up and start to understand for myself what it entailed, why are we doing it, and so on and so forth. So the way I teach the warm-up, the way that I was taught to teach the warm-up, and I've kind of fine-tuned certain things for my personal practice. However, largely it remains the same. You got your Lunge Matrix, you have your SFT Squats, you have your Spherical Matrix, and then your IME Swing Matrix. Okay, so 4 components that, again, you can vary, you can shift things in and out, you can change the way you're moving through your space during that 10 minutes. However, that's kind of like, that's the roots of it, right? That's the frame of the house before you start really building on top. So like I just mentioned, 10 minutes. We allocate 10 minutes in the beginning. Chit-chat with your people. Have a good time. If you're doing this for yourself, start to connect with you. What's showing up for you? Are you listening to your body? Have you been listening to your body? And start to really dial that in, right? So the Lunge Matrix being your anterior lunge, your posterior lunge, your same side lateral, your opposite side lateral, same side rotation, opposite side rotation, all right, working through those components, so 6 components there. Then going into your SFT squats, again, 6 positions, right? We're gonna knock out a few reps in each, transitioning into the spherical matrix, which is really starting to incorporate that sphere that surrounds us, right? As far as we can reach in all the different ways, okay? With feet, with arms, right? The spherical matrix allows you to go through your lunge matrix and touch upon your sphere, all right? Creating that 3D motion, really getting global priming kicking in. And then to finish it, you work through the IME swing matrix. IME stands for initial, mid, and end range swing matrix here. All right, well, IME stands for initial, mid, and end range of motion, and we're adding it to the swing matrix, all right? Meaning you got to get that spine incorporated, right? Spine incorporated. So that's how we teach the warm-up. I'm just going to go through a very brief version for you. I've had many questions about what is a warm-up? You know, I think more and more people are starting to see the true benefit of the warm-up, because at the end of the day, if you warm up well for your day, let alone a workout, you will be successful. You have access to more things, more tissue, muscle fibers, response, stability, all of those components of our daily living. You can activate more if you essentially start your day with a warm-up, let alone 10 minutes, or maybe you do it in the morning 10 minutes, at lunch 10 minutes, before bed 10 minutes. Right? These are all pieces. There's a reason why so much research has been done into this. Global priming being a huge piece of that. So, having said that, let's start to move, right? So I'm going to go anterior lunge here, right foot, all right? And I'm just going to, as I do this, I'm looking to open up my anterior aspect here, reach up to the sky, slightly back, all right? Kind of letting my eyes follow that path. I'll bring it back, and then I'm going to go to the left leg. So I'm going to go right, bring it back, and left. All right, I'll do 3 of these. Boom. Boom. All right, 3 on each there. Okay, you can do as many as you like. Listen to your body. If you really feel, you get into this, you start feeling that anterior hip right here. Oh, I kind of maybe explore that a little bit, right? Then we take it posterior. So 1 step behind. All right, I'm going to put my body weight, drive it into this back hip. All right, load up that glute. Feel this the front leg hamstring, and just kind of sweep that motion through. All right, just like so. There you go. Nice and easy. Again, I'm going to go 3 on each here. Breathe as you go. Open the system. As if you have ever worked with me or anyone in gymnasio, you're going to start to hear things like, be very intentional. And I often talk about the intention with our hands here. So if you think that, like, I like to look at it like this. I always think of a spider web, right? So the spider web, you have that center piece, and then there's just ring after ring after ring, and it just continues to go out and out and out. That is very much like our body. It is a web of tissue, right? So we have the center, and it stems all the way to our fingertips. However, we often do not use that. We use maybe this little piece in here. Sometimes we use to about right here, maybe to the biceps. But oftentimes people don't use their hands, they don't use their fingers. So be intentional as you're going through this. So as we take it into the same side lateral lunge to the right, I'm going to reach this left hand inside the thigh. The right hand is going to go up high. And I'm just going to try and breathe, sit into this. Come back, go right back in here. There you go. Maybe each rep you try and drop a little bit further into that left hip, getting those adductors really lengthening, talking to you. Evaluate them, okay? Evaluate those adductors. Let's switch that same side lateral lunge to the left. Left hand's going up, right hand's going in. So you'll notice I'm really reaching up here. I'm really reaching. I'm very intentional trying to get that hand up there, lengthening the lateral aspect of my rib cage here, as well as really lengthening the adductors through. So again, we can do about 3 on that side. All right? Nice and easy there. And then we'll take it opposite. So left foot's going to come over. All right? Right hand's going to go high. Left hand goes down. I'm closing the gap between my ear and my arm. All right? Good. And then bringing it back and go right back in. I'm reaching as low as I can, reaching as high as I can, simultaneous. Now, depending on who you are, your intentions may be different with working through. I'm going to switch my side here. All right, so right foot is going over left, left hand high, right low. There you go. Reach the outer layers of that web. Send the vibrations, the frequency from center of your body all the way out to those fingertips. See if you can feel your heartbeat in your fingertips. See if you can feel the tension through the forearms as you work. So important and so useful. All right, then we'll take a same side rotation. So I'm going to go same side rotation lunge. All right, opening up. Right now I'm at about a 90-degree angle on my hips. My hands are going to come out. I'm just going to clean the dining room table off, come right back, then take it out. And again, I'm just going to breathe as I work through. Maybe each one I take my little rotation in the spine a little bit further. Maybe I change my spine angle, drop a little bit lower. Always different things. So many ways that you can move inside your sphere. I took my intention so far as to wear my Spherical Matrix shirt as I'm doing this. Because it has truly been a joy learning about spherical movement, sphere of potential, what we live inside of, all right? So that was your same side rotation, right and left. Let's take an opposite side rotation here, all right? All right, I'm going to bring that right foot across. So I want to anchor my left foot here. Anchor facing you, bring that right foot across, and bring that right elbow with me. Again, many different ways that you can do this. That's just how I'm going to show it for today. Breathe as you go. Good, good. Now I'm going to anchor that right. Bring that left foot through, left elbow through. Okay, so you notice as I'm working, like if you were to look from the side, my right foot's not spinning out with me. My right foot, what we call anchored, it is grounding my body and everything is pivoting around that right leg. So I'm feeling an immense amount of spiral tissue all the way up to my right butt, out through my left shoulder here. All right, very important that you start to recognize and connect with your body and how is it feeling? What does it feel like? All right, so that's those are the 6 components of the lunge matrix. You can get to know those in so many different ways. I would just start with that. Then you're going to jump into your SFT squats. SFT, sagittal, frontal, and transverse plane squats. Right foot slightly forward. Go ahead and knock out 5 of them. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Left foot slightly forward. Knock out 5. Boom, boom, boom. All right, then we're going to take it narrow. Boom, boom, boom. 5. Wide. Boom, boom, boom. 5. Toes out. Open those hips up. Less of the glute involved here. More of the medial lines of the body. That inner thigh. Knock out 5. And now let's turn those glutes on. Let's get them all fired up and included. All right. Go that XXI position here. All right. Again, another 5. So you have right foot forward, RXX. Left foot forward, LXX. All right. XNX for narrow. XWX for wide. XXE for turned out. XXI, turned in. 6 positions again. I would say just go about 5 of each. Get used to it. Again, great way to learn about your hips, your knees, your ankles, and your low back there. All right, they will all be talking to you during that. I guarantee most of you will get to an XXI and you will feel something. A lot of times I hear, well, I can't do that. Well, let's evaluate why. Okay, what did you do? What did you include more of? What happened? Then spherical matrix. All right, so I'm going to take that anterior lunge on the right. I'm going to reach down for the toes and up to the sky. I'm going to sway side to side in that frontal plane motion, and then I'm going to rotate. All right, so I just want you to think as you do that, you're inside of a bubble. You're inside of your bubble. Now I'm going to take the same side lateral to the right. Toes to sky. Side to side. Good, and then take it same side rotation. Toes to sky. Side to side. And rotation. All right, then do that. Same thing on the left there. All right, same thing on the left. Good. Nicely done, nicely done. All right, so you did your anterior. Now go your same side lateral. All right, frontal plane here. Good, and then your rotation or transverse plane lunge. Right on, there we go. All right, bringing yourself back to start and then finishing off, you take it through the IME swing matrix. All right, IME swing matrix. Okay, so get yourself anchored or grounded here. Slight bend in the knee. Start off with that ball energy. If you want to hold something light here, like a 5-pound dumbbell, that's fine. All right, you're going initial range, right? IME, initial. Then we take it mid. Good. You're stimulating the core, teaching the spine and the pelvis to work together. Then you're going end range. Yep, you can pivot the feet as you work. I would spend about 10 seconds doing each one, initial, mid, and end. Then you take it diagonal. Right hip, left shoulder. 10 seconds here, initial range. Then we take it a little bit further through. 10 seconds in that mid-range. Great job. And then we take it 10 seconds into that end range of motion there. Very much like you see follow-throughs or swings in golf and baseball and hockey. Right? Very much related to that. And then shift that diagonal. Left hip, right shoulder. 10 seconds initial. There you go. Try and keep that nice pace. Then take it into that mid-range. 10 seconds. Good. And then working into that end range of motion. 10 seconds. Good. And then finishing off. Take it to your anterior aspect. All right. Kind of starting almost like a kettlebell swing motion. All right. Just like so. 10 seconds. There you go. And then you take it in that mid-range just a little bit further through. Closer to about top of the head or above the head. And then finish off with that end range of motion there. All right. just like so. So that is your lunge matrix, that is your SFT squats, your spherical, and then your swing matrix. Now I invite you, or I challenge you, to dabble with that. You don't have to structure it the same way. It doesn't have to be perfect. However, as you're starting to learn about a 10-minute warm-up and introduce it into your own practice, maybe stick with exactly that and let us know what you experience. Figure out what you experience for yourself. Listen to your body. Remember, this is about getting the priming, getting the tissue to respond through the entire system, turning the web on, turning yourself on inside of your sphere so that you can move more freely. You have more access to tissue so that you're not moving with one thing and the rest of the body's not following, and injury pops up, injury occurs. So find out for yourself. Would love to hear your feedback on it. Enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Peace.